I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles as they match up with Ryan Fitzpatrick and the Miami Dolphins. With that, let's get down to Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, we are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we are ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, happy to be with you. And CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. There's Carson Wentz bringing out the Philadelphia Eagles. 21 touchdown passes, just 7 interceptions for him last year until a back injury knocked him out in Week 14. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Here's the offense, and sometimes you got to show love to the big guys.
That you do, and we're talking about Jason Kelsey now, not Travis, his brother who plays tight end. Jason lines up at center, a threat to go to the Pro Bowl each and every year.
From the 29, Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. And let's run through the Dolphins' defense.
One of the more underrated yet valuable positions in the NFL is safety, and Rashad Jones epitomizes what you're looking for. A guy who can drop down into the box in the run game and tackle those bigger, stronger running backs. He can also cover people, whether it's tight ends or bigger slot guys, and that gives him the ability to stay on the field every down and make big plays.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Wentz. Looking for Ertz, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Miami's offense working their way back out here. Charles, this is a team we've known all year long has struggled. They started 0-7. Then they did get 2 wins, but that win streak got snapped in Week 11. They lost to Buffalo 37-20. You know, I'm looking at the stat sheet from that game. They only had 23 rushing yards against Buffalo.
Yeah, which led to their 7th loss of the season by double digits. They'd been playing so hard and playing so well in that 2-game winning streak. And Ryan Fitzpatrick remains the quarterback. A lot of people still want to see Josh Rosen play more, but it's hard to take him out when he throws for 323 yards. Unfortunately, no touchdowns, and he was sacked 7 times.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The catches like that, that's what the Dolphins envisioned when they took Gesicki high in the 2nd round a season ago. He did have 22 catches as a rookie, but did not find the end zone. Certainly feels more comfortable wearing number 88, his old college number, after sporting 86 as a rookie. Here's Fitzpatrick. And that will be incomplete.
Fitzpatrick's pass intended for Durham's play.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Carson Wentz, along with his offense, heading back out there for their next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start out on the ground with Sproles. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a 2-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Throwing now is Wentz. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
A gain of 19 yards. 1st down, Eagles.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun, this is Howard. The safety, Rashad Jones, brings him down.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. This is Howard on second down. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Working from the gun. Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over this one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. They'll run with a second-year man from ASU, Kalen Ballage, and he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Six guys.
They'll run here with Ballage, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run it with Ballage. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Credit him with a 1 yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Fitzpatrick throwing complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Let's go.
3-0 after one on EA Sports.
Eagles nothing.
Mike. 53. Mike. Check.
Now Balaj. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
You got it.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Looking to throw on second down. Fitzpatrick. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told, and it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Philadelphia Eagles, they sit at 5-5. Their offense coming back out here, CD. As they start this next drive, you think about that 5-5 record after the loss against New England, which was a little bit of a Super Bowl 53 revenge game in Week 11. At this point, though, at 5-5, I don't think the playoffs seem very likely for them.
Well, they'll have to win the division, and I think it's down to them and Dallas, and they do play Week 16, and I don't think there's any room for a wild card spot out of the NFC East. You either win the division, go to the playoffs, or you go home. So they're home against Seattle in Week 12. I'll see that game. Then they're at Miami, home for the Giants, and at Washington. So the schedule sets up well for them before they play Dallas in Week 16 in a game that could decide the division. But one quick humorous note, remember the Philly special or Philly that play they ran against New England in the Super Bowl? How about New England getting them with the double pass, Julian Edelman throwing it to win the ball game, kind of a little shot back at them in their revenge game.
To throw again on second down, Wentz, and he'll hit Jeffrey, complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
There we go, Pac-Man. Check 13.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown one interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now Howard. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. Aguilar has it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Give him 32 on the play. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Running with Howard. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go counter with Howard. And an alley to run. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic first down.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll try and run it now with Sproles. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Collectively, great defense. It takes all 11, especially down here toward the goal line.
The call comes in, and the call essentially says all 11 have to make a play here. You have to show toughness. We just saw it there.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They run with Howard. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sand. Taco Charlton in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And Elliott puts this one through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
after the field goal. Here's Elliott to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
Here we go.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
What you got? What you got, Heavy?
Fitzpatrick now to throw on first down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again. Fitzpatrick. He gets it into the arms of Parker. Complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. Fitzpatrick now from the 50. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. They can't hang with us.
Looking to throw again on second down. Fitzpatrick, he finds Kalen Ballage, his running back. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Here's Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Fitzpatrick. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. This one into the hands of the running back, Ballage. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 26. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense. You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you got to expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon God.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll start on the ground with Balaj. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. To throw, Fitzpatrick. Brought in over the middle by Graham. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. Caught, it's Wilson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Fitzpatrick to throw it. And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. Timmy Jernigan with a sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
So now after the sack, 3rd and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do. 3rd and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick. And this is going to be incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the 2nd half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
Here's Matt Hawk now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Now Sproles. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Just like that. Just like that.
On 2nd down and 4, Wentz. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st down, Eagles.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Wentz now on 1st down. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle 1st down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way, work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. On first down, they run with Howard. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Mike, 180. 55. I got one.
On second and 11 now. Wentz throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. It's complete. It's Sproles. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make this a second down. So second and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Hey, four down.
Again, it's Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. Now, Wentz again. Screen pass to Sproles. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a fourth down. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the kick by Elliott is good. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
Check, walk 54, walk 54. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Timmy Jernigan able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
So now after the sack, 3rd and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do. To throw on 3rd down, Fitzpatrick, and it's caught by Parker. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A 3rd down gain of 19. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
This quarterback now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Balaj. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant, watch the slant.
Now Fitzpatrick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Timmy Jernigan getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So now after the sack, 3rd and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do. Throwing on 3rd and long. Fitzpatrick. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. First down would have been nice, but now you get to kick the field goal, still go up 2 scores.
They tried to get it, though, didn't they? Threw the pass, got the completion just short of the 1st down, but you're exactly right. Run the field goal unit out there, kick it, put it through the posts, go up 2 scores.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Working from the gun, Wentz. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now Wentz. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. Ertz over the middle. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Watch twist.
Wentz going to go on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down. And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
You don't know no better.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Fitzpatrick here to throw. Caught the tight end Walford. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On the delay, it's Balaj. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Tried to go draw a play out of the gun down here.
Yeah, they tried to spread things out, didn't they? They wanted to move people away from the center of the field, away from the line of scrimmage near the ball, so that the runner could find some space. Unsuccessfully, though.
Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Fitzpatrick. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Sanders on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Carson Wentz in the offense. Down by 2 touchdowns, 46 seconds to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance.
Go.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Kind of surprised they accept the penalty.
The only thing that comes to mind for me is they want to move them back 5 yards because they feel good about their defense. But in most situations, you take the down. That's what counts more.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, it's Wentz. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think they were looking at something out central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. It's caught by Aguilar. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.